Our deep 300mm walls are going to be boarded both sides. I've just seen we've got pigs escaped. No. Amendments made, lintels done. And what's more, they're now packed full of lovely sheep's wool, which we had left over from the cabin. I've got, I think, 3 or 4 packs of it, which should be enough for all of our lintels. So I'm using up sheep's wool insulation that we had left over in the cabin, and the sheep's wool is just the nicest thing to work with. I've just seen we've got pigs escaped. Hey! You're gonna come out? Wait, you don't. Yeah, okay, not through there. No. Oh, Bruce. Right, look, I'll do your deal. Go in this one. Here. Boys. Bruce. Come on. Come on, through here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh man, I just can't make it up. They're meant to be in for the winter. They're going wild now. Sounds like gorillas. Right, back to that insulating. Right? Go on. You on there?
I'm on.
Yeah. So you need to go up. Yeah. So we have now got all of our lintels in on the two gable ends, all topped with our glue lamp, glued, nailed. Now we're putting in these final studs, which means we can get on, do the last little bit of blocking, which I can show you in a minute, and then this is all ready for sheeting. What? Yeah, lovely. So the idea with this blocking, like we've done elsewhere across here, that's where our ledger, our board's going to go on in the future inside the OSB to hang our first floor, or in this case the ceiling joist. However, here our lintel is a fraction lower, so we've ripped a glue lamp down the middle and just put an extra 150 on top of the glue lamp. So that means that although there's a little step down, it's the most efficient way of cutting the glue lamp straight down the middle, and also means that we've got loads of space to bolt our ledger to in the future, and we're not relying on just fixing into the bottom 70mm. Hey folks, welcome back. It's the Big Barn Build, and we're on week 2.5 of framing. So we've got the two gable ends done now. The one at the far end is just awaiting an end stud, and then we can start sheeting that. Same up here, this end is done. So big I'll have to step away from it. Middle section all ends up being glazing, beams and things like that. So nothing to go in the middle, everything else is done. So we're moving straight on to the side walls. We weren't going to do this because we thought we'll get the ends done first, but really we want that outside boarding to kind of carry on to the end corner and then carry on round. Otherwise we're going to end up with bits that we can't membrane, and it just makes sense to do it all in one hit, or at least do 3 sides in one and then move on. So we've just broken out all of the kind of nibbly bits at the bottom and cleaned up that edge. Got the DPC down, so we're straight onto the LVL now. So this way we've taken out all the timber up on the top now. Now this is obviously different from what we did before. Before we were going up to the underside of the steel frame, and then we're going to insulate that pocket above. Here we can actually take our stud wall all the way up and meet the underside of our roof panels, which is better in that both our inside and outside boards can go all the way up, apart from where we've got the steel there. But it should be okay as far as the framing goes, and we're going to try and lift one panel up at a time. Now remember, on this wall we only need to go up to where the ladder is, because then there's 2 bays of glass in the future, which is the garden room. So the external wall is actually going to come along, get to the steel here where the ladder is, and then it's going to go in 1 bay, along 2 bays, and then back out. So we'll do the inside wall once we've got weatherproof again, but that wall is actually an external wall, thermally and weatherproofing. Although it will never see weather, the idea is that that sits outside of the thermal part of the house. It will be an insulated space, like I've said in the past, but as far as the structure goes, they're going to be OSB walls, and that will help from a strength point of view as well. And then we're going to come back out on this steel. We'll take down this sheeting at some point later this week and just board in, frame in that end section. It's just a single window up there. So it's kind of like once we've done one, we can do them all. Now the beams that went along the top we've just taken out, because there's another 12 meters of roof above it to carry this overhang temporarily. It's not going to go anywhere, and it deflected by 3mm when we took it out. So easy enough to frame in, and we should now be able to get this roof line a lot straighter, because we'll be able to build our stud walls perfectly level, and then the roof can, well, it'll probably push the roof back up level. Whereas before, every single beam or purlin at the eaves has about a 5 to 10mm sag in it from 50 years of sagginess. So there it created a bit of a wave along the edge. So we should be able to fix that by framing up straight and level. Right, well, yesterday wasn't as productive as we thought, but now we've worked out how to do these side ones, we're going to speed up. But we woke up to snow, so that was a bit of a shocker, but it blew in, so it's a bit soggy in there. Let me show you where we're at the moment. Tom's making up box lintels. I'm getting in the packer piece, which is the 18mm OSB that sits in this web to fill that before we put our jack stud against it. These will all go together now. Got all the components cut, and then we can move on to, well, whatever we're going to do next. Probably wrap up this side now and get it all sheeted again. Right, bit of an update. The kitchen walls are done. A few little blocks and bits to do at the top, but the main openings are done. We're actually trying to nail everything off as much as possible. What we notice is when these glue lamps get a bit damp, when they're out on the pack, they can start to cup quite quickly. There were two that were out there, so as soon as they're nailed, they're absolutely fine. So we've nailed them off as well as into the studs. With all that weather that's changed and just everything blowing in, and the packs being not 100% wrapped, we decided to bring a load in. So we've got all of our OSB in now, stacked around the place, and a load of the timber, not all of it. All the studs there ready. That should be enough to get us through all the rest of the walling. And then there's another 2 or 3 packs out, which is all for the first floor. And then the glue lambs are in. Again, another pack out there, which we might get onto, but I think most of the stuff outside is well wrapped. Right, all we've done here, just to measure our studs, because these should all be the same, we've taken a measurement at a few different places, and I've allowed for a glue lamb and an LVL thickness, because that's what's going to be up top, albeit that they're going to be on an angle, so they'll be a little bit longer. We worked out, I think that's, what do we add on? Because we haven't allowed for that.
So we're saying that we need to add on.
No, it probably adds on, probably becomes 90mm. Alright, we'll get there in the end. Anyway, what we were trying to do is measure both ends, come up with a sensible average, because there's give in this roof, and if when you take out that top purlin, it drops by about 3 or 4mm, so we can push it up. We want a level, flat, consistent roof line, so by picking the one where it's snug and we can push the other one up a little bit, we know that we've got good contact all the way along. Otherwise you'd end up with a gap and you wouldn't be able to plumb it up and fix it in.
Oh, he's good.
Oh, you've got a big bar above you. gonna get any glue on it. Might have to. Hang on, you're gonna clear the pole.
Yeah.
Ready? Yeah. I have to give you loads of attention because everyone said stroke you in the last video. They're like, just pat that dog! You literally have got 20 hours a day with that dog
The more
on
you
camera. So you go that way, isn't it?
That way,
Yeah,
right.
actually that's my line
10 mil.
which needs to be done from the end there.
Oh yeah.
Alright, that's it. Bit of walloping to get it nice and flat and true. Lasers on both ways. Now we're going to laser the, what are we doing? Lintel from that, from that wall all the way around.